Okay, so we just started going live here. We got the camera here for live, and I'm going to show you because we're making a video at the same time here. So, this is my fishing pistol. It's basically rigged up like a hand line. So you have the Nerf gun. It's a single shot at a time. I've got about probably 15 feet of line on it, and I don't think it's going to cast all that out, but it does cast pretty well the last time I tried it. It's been 6 to 7 years since I've used this, but I caught some really nice trout on this before, and I even have some backup darts for it. So we have the one on it rigged up with the trout magnet, and then I have another one here that is rigged up with, we have one that's rigged up with a beetle spin. And this is more, like I said, when I did this, I was doing it for trout. So I have one rigged up with a beetle spin with an aluminum treble hook behind it, if you'll see here. So that's on this dart. So whenever what I did was, the darts have a leader and the bait on it, and then I have a split ring tied here on the bottom of the dart. And what I do is, when I'm ready to swap from one to the other, see, this one is just a regular little bait holder hook going to the dart. This one has the split ring, but it goes to a gold beetle spin with a treble hook. But the one we're going to start with is this dart, and what it has is just a little trout magnet jig head with a Berkeley Gulp Alive mealworm. And let's see if we can catch a fish out of the pond with it. So I gotta get the line just right. It's kind of finicky, it's been a while since I've used it. So we reel this back up. It's kind of like a hand line. And when you catch the fish, that's how you reel them in, is you hand line them around the barrel there. So we'll put our dart in. We have our bait down below. Charge the shot. I'm gonna have to move the camera here a little bit. Let's see here. Make sure to stay in the shot. Okay. Get this line back on right. Get the line wrapped around it. Get our dart on. We have our bait. Oh. I might have to switch to the other dart where this one's boogered up. Oh crap. It's not, I think this dart's not working, so I might have to tie a different one on, I believe. I never had trouble with it before. Even when the darts were boogered up, it still fired. Try to. Dadgummit. Okay, I'm gonna have to get this straightened up. It is not working. So, something about this dart's not letting it seal in here to shoot, so I might have to put a different dart on it. So let's cut this one off and we'll swap it out. This thing worked great, so I know it does work. It's just been a while. So, okay, so we're getting rid of this one. You can see it's all boogered up. Let's swap to a new dart that I haven't shot before and we'll tie it on. Okay, here we go. Let me get this knot tied. So I'm going to tie a loop knot in the knot here. That'll give me an attachment point to tie the other line to. So this is an experiment, but if I get this to work, be really freaking cool. And I guess I caught some big trout doing this, and I had no trouble before, but I found this box in the and I hadn't forgotten about it, but I hadn't seen it in a while. I thought maybe somebody had thrown it away, but we're gonna make this work. I gotta get, so I have an attachment point to tie my main line to. There we go. Okay, now we got our loop knot that we can use to attach to our other line here. We're not going for anything huge. I'm just trying to catch bluegill or red ear, but there's a good chance a bass might come and grab it and we'll have a fight on our hands. But we'll figure that out when we get there. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to tie this on with a clinch knot, well, a reinforced clinch knot, to attach it to this. Okay, there's our loop there. Got this loop tightened down here. Okay. Now, watch out, Cookie. Now let's see if we can get it to shoot with a clean dart. Cookie. Say curiosity killed the cat. I can see how. He gets into everything shiny, everything pointy, everything dangerous. But he's a good one. You want to say hi, Cookie? You want to say hi? Hey, everybody. This is my fishing partner. He likes to hang out. Alright, so we're going to try to get a panfish on the fishing gun here. And I gotta put some bait on the hook now. This would be so much easier if I had some help. I think everything would be easier if people had help nowadays. That's just not how the world works anymore. Okay. Got our fishing gun re-rigged. We got our new dart. Get this untangled. This isn't how I originally had it set up, but I do believe it'll work. Okay, so now we're rigged up. We have our mealworm here, or artificial mealworm, dart for the bobber. There we go. Oh, we're on. No, he pulled off. He pulled off. We got another one on it. We're on. We're on. Hand lining. Hand lining. Here we go. Here we go. Nope, come on. Come on. Here we go. Come on over here, you big... Oh, it's a big one, too. A giant red ear sunfish on the fishing gun. On the fishing gun. That's so cool. Alright, let's get this one off the hook real quick and we'll get her back. Alright, watch out, Bud Joe. Cook, you get back. Okay. Here we go, buddy. We got you. We got you. I gotta get the other pliers here. Those aren't the best. Here we go. So yeah, it definitely works. Oh, he's just skin hooked right here on the tongue. There we go. Bait's back out. Fish is just fine. Going back in the pond. Yeah, first cast. First cast that I got to cast out. Alright. She is good to go. Now we've got to get set up again. That worked great. Okay. So, I'm going to try the way that I reeled it in. I'm going to try to leave the line like that and see if it'll cast off this time. But that worked perfectly. The Nerf dart worked just exactly like you'd want it to for a bobber. Just got it tied on like that. I do want to get this untangled. So Nerf dart did great. It cast it out probably about 10 feet from where I was standing. And let's see if we can get another one. I had a largemouth looking at it, and that was scary. That was the last thing I wanted it to hook, because this is like 4-pound crappie line, like high vis Mr. Crappie. So I don't want to break it off, but even if it did, they're going to have a Nerf dart following them around the pond, so I'll just have to get on the kayak and catch them. But alrighty. You ready? Let's see here. Am I in the shot? Yeah, I'm in the shot. Okay. It's hard getting used to the camera angles. That one, the line was too tight. Okay. So I do have to re-spool it. You have to lightly spool it up to get it to actually cast out. You have to lightly twist the wire. Oh, and it was caught up in that. Okay. I had it caught on the electrical tape that holds it on. There we go. Okay. We're getting there. I wrapped it up in a bad spot that time. Okay, so let's just go from here. We're going to wrap it in between the two orange notches here. In between these two is where you want it wrapped, because then it lets itself cast out really well. And I'm just loosely wrapping it so that when you go to shoot it, it'll actually cast it. If it's too tight, it catches on the grooves too much. So we'll get this reeled back up, hand reeled back up. And we'll see if we can catch another one. That first one, I'd say, was probably a 1-pound red ear. Like, that was a big fish. That was so cool. Who have we got on here? I see Peyton. I see Peyton on here commenting. How you doing, brother? I see the ducks trying to figure out who's going to be on the top bunk in the duck house over here. They're fighting over who's in charge. Alright. Let's take another cast. So our first cast, we got a red ear. This is our second cast if we can get it to go out well. Again, about 12 feet, 10 to 12 feet there. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting my line pulled in. We've already got a fish on. We've already got another one. Good deal. Oh, it's another nice red ear. No, don't touch the line, buddy. Come on. Come on. we're a hand lining it on the reel here. This is so fun. All right, come on, bud. Big red ear. Another big red ear. Hooked right in the tip of the jaw. Perfect hook. Perfect hook. Big fish. I mean, that is a slab. Richard Jean would be proud. He'd say that's dinner. Alright, let's get this one off the hook here. Big healthy fish. It's going back in the pond. It's going back in the pond here. Alright. I'm trying to tear my grub up. I can't keep my lure. I can't keep my lure. Oh. Big, healthy, aggressive red ear right there. Nice fish on the fishing gun. Literally on the fishing gun. That is so cool. That's awesome. Fishing with a Nerf gun. Okay, we'll get spooled back up here. And I gotta fix that mealworm. But honestly, if you're going to Dollar General, say you're wanting to fish somewhere and you go to Dollar General, I would rather have this than that silly fishing rod setup they've got. Because that thing, I think this casted further than it. More fun to use. The rod doesn't fall apart and break. This one's half the price. I think these are like $7. All you need is a little bit of fishing line and a single hook and some electrical tape. That's all it takes. So we'll get this reeled back up and we'll get us another one. I would like to try to get a bass, but that'll be one heck of a fight. I know that. I know that. I don't want to break the line and have somebody swimming around with bait in their mouth. Is everybody having a good night tonight? I wish you would show me who else is on here. I see Peyton commenting, but I can't tell who else is watching. Alright, we got some new bait here. I'm just using a little Eagle Claw bait holder hook, like a tiny one. It's like a 2. But it is working. It's about the size of like a trout magnet hook, but a little bit heavier wire, metal. Okay. Alright. We're locked and loaded. Ready to go. We got another little alive gulp. So let's see if we can get another one here. Oh, we got a bite. We got somebody messing with it here. They're looking at it. I can see them. Somebody better grab it. We'll try that one again. There's a bunch of little ones, but they're not going after it. I'm going to go ahead and restring while I'm reeling it in here. Okay. That one got behind it. You got to keep it in between the orange blades. That means it'll cast well. You can't use a heavy lure because that'll keep the bobber from actually going out far enough. So you have to use something really light. That's why I'm just using a bare hook and that Berkeley Gulp Alive mealworm. Reel it in real loose on here. Just enough to keep it from going all over the place. Come over top. Feed the bullet in. Cock it. We're ready to go again. We're on. It's another nice red ear. There we go. This is so much fun. If you've got kids and they don't like fishing or haven't been fishing, oh, that hook came right out too. Another slab red ear. I mean, that is a beautiful fish right there. just beautiful, healthy. Knocked the fire out of it as soon as it hit the water. That's great. Alright, so that's 3 for 3 so far. Here. Having to go back and forth between this camera and trying to make a video and trying to stream and trying to catch fish and keeping the cat out and watching for the ducks. It's entertaining. Okay, we'll get this reeled back up. So far all we've caught is red here. We haven't had any bluegill strike at it yet. I might have to try fishing a little bit different spot. We might spin around and go over here to the right a little bit. I think the bluegill hang out over there a little bit more than the red ear do. So we'll try that out. Okay, so we got our dart in. Charge our rod. And then we'll come over this way and see if we can get an actual bluegill to bite. Oh, we already had a bite right away. Oh, had another one. Yeah, we had a bite right off the bat, but then it came too close to the edge. We'll try that one again. Lightly reel it up. I hope everybody's had a very blessed Sunday. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. I hope everybody's family's doing good. So, if you've got family, like we have family in North Carolina, we've been worried about them. We've been sending supplies up and taking care of them. My dad's been going up there for the last week and a half taking supplies to people. Finally got in touch with my grandmother on my mom's side, and Mom went up there and directed her back here to East Tennessee. So she's at Mom and Dad's house now, so we know she's safe. But I know there's a lot of people that have lost everything, so we all got to pray for them and pray for them to get through it and do whatever we can to try to help them out. But the best thing we can do is give prayers and support and supplies, and if you have something that you can share or afford to help out with, I know they're needing little propane tanks, little cookwares, things to stay warm through the winter, because a lot of these houses aren't going to be fixed, and they need stuff to actually like heat their house up, to be able to cook food with, to stay warm, blankets, or winter clothes. I mean, these people have lost everything. So I know I'm out here having fun with this, and I'm very thankful to be able to have fun, but we can't forget what's going on in North Carolina and, East Tennessee, with all the hurricanes down in Florida now. Just everybody have them in their prayers, be watching out for them. It's bad stuff happens, but the Lord's always with us. So I hope all of y'all are wonderful, and we'll try to have a little bit of joy this evening. We'll keep fishing with the fishing gun. So far that's 3 big red ear sunfish we've caught, and we're going for a true bluegill next. So let's see what we can get. Or if possible to get a largemouth. We could catch a koi or a carp. We could catch a catfish. So this is a little Berkeley Gulp Alive mealworm on a bare hook. The bobber is the dart, and this is my rod and reel. That was a good cast. We got a taker. We're on. Oh no, he pulled it. Dang it. I pulled it out of his mouth. He was running with it too. Oh, we got another one right on it. We got another one on it. Come on, get it, Gutty. Get it. Get it, buddy. It tastes good. It tastes good. Get it. You got it? You got it? Yep. There's another one. Oh, it pulled, but I got it. Didn't break off. That's awesome. Another big red ear. Oh, sorry for all the grass, buddy. We just did some mowing. But another big red ear sunfish. Healthy guy. Very healthy. So, alright, we're going to put you back in there, buddy. If you look close, you can see on the back of the operculum flap, if I pull the grass, you'll see there's just the slightest little orange hint to that curve. That's what makes it a red ear sunfish, or a shell cracker. The coloration's different, but that's the big part, is that orange line. So that was number 4 we just put back on the fishing gun here. So we've got 4 shell crackers so far. Now, I've got the stream going here. We're filming for the stream, but then we're also filming this just because I was so happy to have found this thing I made years ago. And it worked. I caught some very large trout on it, but where I was fishing for the trout, there wasn't any structure to get snagged on or anything like that, so I didn't need heavy line. Here in the pond, there's a lot of branches and stuff that the fish will get into, but let's see if we can get a largemouth here. I may have to go over to this side towards the front edge, and we'll see if we can catch one of the small largemouth. So I'm going to turn y'all over here. Turn y'all to over here. Okay, you should be able to see where I'm going to be fishing at. I'm fishing towards this corner back here, but we'll see if we can get a largemouth real quick on this, and hopefully not have it break off. We got to get this lure hooked back on better though. Yeah, they've torn that one up. That's 4 fish on, well no, two mealworms. The first one got torn up after the second fish, so. I was about to say that's all those fish on one, but no, we have swapped it once. Okay, so now get any grass out of the line. Make sure it's loosely reeled up on here. That's the trick, is loosely reeling it in so that it'll cast out. And each shot it's going 10 to 12 feet out, which is really impressive. But the original design of this was so that I could cast it, shoot it out, let it float on the water, and a spinner trailing behind it so that the current of the river was propelling the spinner, and I was fishing for rainbow trout, and it worked so well. So I figured I had to try it here at the pond. But let's see what we can do this time. Let's go for a largemouth. Nope, we're on. It's not a bass. It's not a bass though. It's another nice red ear. It's another nice red ear. Or bluegill one. Come here, buddy. Easy breezy. Easy breezy. You gonna be our first true bluegill today? No, I don't think so. No, it's another red ear. Come here, buddy. Yeah. You're going back in the water, don't worry. But these fish are doing so well in the pond. I mean, the food we're giving them, the fountain, doing the oxygenation, stocking with feeder minnows 3 times a year, putting fat heavy Look. No bass yet. But we got this big old booger. That is a big red ear sunfish. Get it held up for you to see here. Big healthy boy. They fight like crazy. They'll jump up out of the water. They'll act like a smallmouth on the line. It is amazing. So much fun to have these in your pond. Shell cracker or red ear sunfish. Okay, we've got enough time to catch just a couple of more. I do want to try to catch one of the little largemouth in the pond. But the red ear and the bluegill are so aggressive this evening. I've got to try to sight fish for one of the largemouth to get them away from the others. I've got something boogered up here. Okay, there we go. That's correct. Okay, should go this down. So what we're doing, this is my fishing gun that I've made years ago, and I found it this morning in the basement, and I thought this thing was so much fun to use. I had to break it back out and make a video today. It really is fun. It is awesome. It's so cool. If you've got active fish, if you've got calm water or just the slightest current, this method just works. I mean, you're bobber fishing. It's just you got something new to do for it. So I've made a couple other of these. I've done some bigger ones, some rifle ones, but this was the original, so I wanted to bring it out first and show people, because I tested these for a long time, see which ones worked, and trying different stuff, and I didn't want to put it out there and have somebody just rip off the idea and start making other videos. And I have seen some people do videos with, I know there's like the rocket fisherman thing that's like a dart gun. But when I first made this, I had never seen anything else like it. But yeah, it really is fun. And my friend Brian, Brian Caton, he's in North Carolina, up near Caton, North Carolina. And his daughter caught her very first fish. When I made this one, I made two of them. And his daughter caught her very first green sunfish, first fish ever to catch, on one of these that I made for her, the fishing gun. So that's her first memory of catching a fish, is on the fishing gun I made for her. Well, my GoPro battery went dead, but we're still going to go for some more. So let's see what else we can catch here. So far we're at 5 or 6 large red ear, and we're hoping to get a largemouth on it. But so far so good. Fishing gun, artificial grub worm. Let's see it. Playing with it. They're knocking it around. It's like ping pong. We'll try another cast. They're more likely to bite it on that very first cast. Like on the very first fall. They're more likely to bite it like right when it first starts to fall. Even, but you don't want to reel it too tight or it won't shoot. gonna go for one more shot tonight. We're on. We're on. We got another one. We got another one. Oh, this one's pretty. It's got some blues in it. This one's got some really pretty colors in blue. I think this one might be a female here. She's real light colored. Really light colored. Female red ear sunfish. You can barely see that orange right there on the operculum. You can see it a lot better on this side if the camera will pick it up. Alright, let's get you off the hook, pretty girl. Hang on. No, get that. Dang it. Alright, come here. You silly booger. Get that hook out of you. Oh, come on. There we go. Hook's out. Hook's out. Fish is safe. Going back. Alright, those of you that have been watching, this has been so much fun. It's been really cool bringing the fishing gun out. I'm running out of light here and I gotta get all this stuff picked up and start getting the animals put up for bed. But we're gonna start doing some more streams soon. Definitely working on some new videos now. But thank y'all all for tuning in. Hope you have a blessed night. And if you get a chance, go back and look at the channel. Look at some of the videos. We got a lot of cool stuff there between fishing and the animals. But y'all have a wonderful night, and thank you so much for tuning in.